Oh, hello, Spikeling. Didn't see you there. I'm your most studious of e-boys, the cuckoo who's always got something brewing, aspiring Spike, and welcome to my Shark Typhoon. During my studies, I've learned that, much like my house, Magic has a library, and in both places, searching that library can bring very satisfying results. So today we're going to search for libraries over and over to find the perfect creature of Fauna Shaman. You can join the fun at your local library with a sub, follow, etc. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so this is kind of a revamped shell of the deck we've been playing around with a little bit. I think I did what I always do, or do sometimes. I overwrote the old version, but we trophied with a deck very similar to this, playing splashing red for Unlucky Witness and playing the full 4 Priests of the Forgotten Gods, really being in on the sacrifice themes. But as I've continued to look at Tyvar and explore this specific shell, this is something I've been working on for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. I've kind of come to realize that Fauna Shaman is weirdly sick in this deck, and this has honestly been a card I was really reluctant to even playtest, because it just goes so far against, I've historically really very much discarded this card, thinking that this is just not the kind of card you can play in Modern. Although it is true, Tyvar in a big way helps you play cards that you wouldn't usually want to play in Modern. But what's sick about Fauna Shaman in this deck is that you have 8 really good creatures to discard to Fauna Shaman for value. So you can discard your Ovalchase Daredevil, every single turn with Fauna Shaman, get a new creature. Discard Bloodghast, discard Bloodghast, find a Bloodghast, just chain a lot of value together. And you also have the best creature in the format to Fauna Shaman for here, Asmo. In a very similar way, the Finale of Devastation is a really bad card in Modern, but it's very good because Asmo costs 1, and Fiend Artisan isn't that, Fiend Artisan's tapping for 1, putting Asmo into play, Fauna Shaman, discarding for 1, getting an Asmo. This card really, really enhances the power of these kind of effects. The card is also, of course, very good with Tyvar, being able to not only activate it immediately, but is something that Tyvar can bring back, activate immediately, get an Asmo a lot of the time. And also, Fauna Shaman plays well with Aether Vial, where you can both vial it in at the end of your opponent's turn, or you can Fauna Shaman for something to use your Aether Vial with. And so I think it's weirdly enough, the combination of the 16 cards all of a sudden and what's cool, what I really, this is always when you're cooking and you add a new ingredient to the stew or whatever. It's always good when you have a recipe that's already good. This is a shell we've trophied with. This is a shell we've played a few different versions of, some better than others, but this is an interesting and powerful shell. And it's always really interesting when you find this new ingredient that is just perfect in a good shell. If you're gonna have to play all of these cards to make, if it takes these 20 cards to make Fauna Shaman a powerhouse, these 20 cards better be good, but they have been working well together, and I'm pretty excited about it. So, let's get going. I don't know if there's too much more to talk about. Yeah, you can Vial and Asmo on turn 1 with Aether Vial, so Aether Vial really, really nice in this list. Kind of a 5-land hand here. Let's take a mulligan. I think that the average the average 6 is better. And here, so I was playing the Springleaf Drum over the 20th land. It was in both of our openers here. We do have Fauna Shaman plus Daredevil. We do have the Springleaf Drum. I'm gonna reluctantly keep. I don't know. We're on a mold of 6. This hand's really good if it draws a Asmo. It's really good if it draws an Asmo, a 1-mana creature, or a land. Or Aether Vial is also fine. So I think that's enough cards to reluctantly keep on the mold of 6. Definitely would mull on 7. Am I excited for the new set? Yeah, of course. Always so excited for the new sets. Is Dried Arbor... I am not going to ever play Dried Arbor in a deck like this, I think, but you could play it. It would be... I did consider it, I just can't bring myself to do it. Okay, we just ripped the Urza Saga off the top. Let's go. It's just so weak. I don't know. It's everybody gets... This is the kind of deck everybody gets to suggest Dried Arbor, and I'm the one that has to draw it and lose because I drew it. It's like when you draw Dried Arbor, the game is you just lose the game so often. Although getting to Violet on turn 1 is cool. The Fatal Push? Yep. What are they playing over there, John? Am I going to pre-release? I don't think so. I might. I'm making my like set review YouTube video this week. It takes a long time, but maybe if I go to pre-release, it'll help with the video. I need to ask my friends when they're going. I told them I wasn't going, but I might go anyways. Okay, we are getting Junded. So mulling to play on the play against Jund is not great, but if we draw another land for Saga, that'd be really nice. Kind of wishful thinking. Sometimes you get what you wish for, though. Sometimes, yeah, get what you wish for. Yeah, I'll think about it. Let me text my friend. Just see which pre-release he's going to. Very tentative still. Planning on playing the PTQ Minneapolis. It will be sealed, so pre-release could be good practice. Okay, that's also good. Yeah, I was gonna book my stuff last night. I ended up watching John Wick 4 instead, which I have mixed feelings on. I left the theater not really liking it, and then as my day went on, I was like, man, maybe that movie was sick. Dude, my first 3 draws have been 3 Urza sagas. What the hell? Yeah, the more as the time went on, I'm like, you know what, that movie was actually awesome. Let's get another cookbook. Just in case they kill both my constructs, I think I just want a shaman now. And then if I ignore Ren 6, it's a disaster if they have Boseiju. They're probably gonna kill this construct anyways. Yeah, John Wick 4 was the movie I saw. I don't know, the movies, the plots never make any amount of sense, so. But this one made, the least sense out of all of them. Imagine getting Kolaghan's commanded here. He just terminated. And lethal's next turn, even killing Ren, so might as well. I don't know, just, so much damage. Also, one construct can be lethal next turn. Since in 3, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, basically nothing about the plot makes any sense, but that's fine. Yeah, it is a very the movie definitely knows what it is. It's a lot of fun. The action is very exciting and good. Wow, I cannot believe they cast Thoughtseize. That just does nothing. It's 1 mana, lose 2 life. Lane with the 3 gifted subs. Post link in chat, I'll be happy to take a look. I did see the D&D movie. Yeah, I like the D&D movie. Okay. So land lets me equip Shadowspear and make a token. Okay, they just concede. I was probably gonna play around Fatal Push, but nice, good to win that one. So these in Grist are largely for the grindy matchups. I think that you do want to go way down on Shaman against these kind of decks, against Jund mid range. Maybe not. Maybe -2 instead of -3. Let me think. Yeah, maybe just we play 1 priest, 2 shaman. I don't think I want endurance against Jund Saga, but against other fair red decks, I would bring this in. Could play Needle against Ren. Don't think I want Nihil Spellbomb. Could play Haywire Mite. All these cards are somewhat reasonable. Maybe we'll play Needle over Shadowspear. Haywire Mite is a bit worse on the draw. When you're on the play and you're playing Urza Saga against Saga, if they even are Jund Saga, because they didn't reveal Gigantha. Yeah, I think, so I'm not seeing Gigantha, not yet, but I think this for Ren 6 is good. Omega 22, any plans of revisiting Mardu Mentor? I was looking at maybe just being Boros and playing Recommission over Unearth in that deck, which is what I had done off-stream in my testing before and did better off-stream with it. So what else? I've been revisiting a lot of ideas lately. What's the verdict on battles? Well, each card is its own thing after 5. Okay, keep this. Back Shaman. Verdant, I guess. Each individual card is its own thing. What's the verdict on creatures? What's the verdict on planeswalkers? Some creatures, planeswalkers are good. Some are bad. It just is a case by case basis. There are some battles are also kind of unique in the sense that it's going to be hard to really understand what it's like to play with these cards until you play with them, since it's, it is a new card type. But there are some that at first glance I think have potential. I'm down for shaving some Vial, going up on Spellbomb. I think that's fine, yeah. Or not specifically Spellbomb necessarily, but Shaping Vial for something. Not worth playing red Unlucky Witness. I mean, Unlucky Witness is fine, but the mana's a lot better without it. I was mostly playing Unlucky Witness because I didn't think there was another really good creature to play in the shell, but I do think that... Okay, our Asmo is definitely dying. But I think I have to play it. But I do think that the Fauna Shamans are awesome here. Is it bug? 60 months. And they also set up your Priest of Fell Rites by both grabbing Priest and, like, they can get you, like, a Bloodghast loop going. Good morning, Itachi. Oh, and Narset doing so bad. Yeah, I was messing around with Narset and Echo of Aeons the other night. Dude, my rock opponents, they keep keeping so many one-landers against me. Miss their first land drop, never miss another land drop. It's so frustrating. Wait, they targeted the food token instead of the second cookbook? Let's go. Okay, although this opponent may be finally getting punished, but I've had so many rock opponents recently do exactly this. Just miss that first land drop, and then just like get not super punished after that. It's so weird. Just mulligan the 0-landers. It's like always the rock opponents too. I guess they have the Force of Vigor and the Fatal Push, and like I can just I can buy some time. But I do not. This is not a strategy I recommend. I also recommend killing the second cookbook. Luda, 20 months, thank you. I once cashed a modern GP with 3 Fauna Shaman magic. Awesome. Yeah, maybe it was a misclick. Maybe. Alright. You got all spells in your hand? Weird! On the play? All spells in your hand? So weird. Okay. Ooh, the nuts, the turn 1 Asmo. Make sure to vial in my Citrus Supplier on turn 2 before I play my land, so if I hit any Bloodghast, I can bring them back immediately. Get this dust down. Yeah, I have seen the Recross the Paths Belcher Insect deck. It mostly looks like way worse than Belcher, but like way cooler than Belcher. Yeah, Swamp Aether Vial, not something you see that often, huh? Yeah, turn 1 Vial Asmo, not something that I've historically been able to do very often, but it's really satisfying when it happens. Up against Dredge. I wonder if this is a matchup I can win game 1. I have only a couple of Nihil Spellbombs and an Endurance, but more Graveyard Hate than the deck I was playing yesterday. Okay, we'll see if we hit any Bloodghast or Daredevils. We do hit a Daredevil, which is really important. Hard to honestly ask for like a much better start against Dredge, game 1, but I don't know. I say this every single time we play against Dredge. Hard to like even think too much about the matchup. It's just there's just not a lot you can do game 1 when you play decks like this. It is what it is. That being said, this could definitely be a draw that like Asmo is able to contain the board, especially if my opponent has more mediocre draws. We'll see. Yeah, I know I've been playing against more of them lately. Hopefully that's not a trend that continues. Notably, they didn't get Sacred Foundry. I guess they want to be able to Dark Blast some stuff. This is our turn 2. Very good turn 2 for us. Oh my gosh, they hit 3 Amalgams and 2 Narcomoebas, and a Ghoul, and a Chill. Ugh. Nauseating. And an Ox. Dredge is so nuts. Whoosh, 27 months, thank you. Unban Faithful Suiting, Spike! It's been too long, we need to unban Faithful Suiting. What are we doing? How are we getting out of this? Yeah, I mean, that's like super above average 2-2 for them. But not, not too irregular, I guess. So we get to kill 2 of them, chump block 1 with a Supplier, chump block 1 with a Grist. I think I'm attacking with Asmo. I'm not blocking with it, and if they triple block, I'll happily kill a Narcomoeba. So we go kill, chump, chump. We only take 3. My opponent has 26 cards left in their library. 3 of them are Creeping Chills, and they're going to get to Ox of Gonus me this turn, and probably next turn. Do I ever kill 2 Narcomoebas here instead? No. I don't think I can afford to, it's just too much damage. How good would Careful Study be in Modern? It'd be like almost as good as Faithful Suiting, which is too good. If you unban Careful Study, it would be like an almost every single top 8 until the end of time, probably. It would enable, you know, Hollow One and Dredge and Phoenix to be big players. It'd be a huge Reanimator upgrade. You know, it would be very, very good. The Bloodghast, not very helpful. I wonder if like we could get them to like ignore Grist and like sneakily win with a Grist ultimate. Probably just like coping. I could probably have conceded by now. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna have 4 Anger the Gods of the sideboard. I'll probably have ley lines. We'll see. But blue isn't actually as good in Red and Modern. Yeah, but mana bases in Modern are all very easily able to splash blue. Any of these red decks are very easily able to play Careful Study on turn 1. Mana bases in Modern are an illusion. They're just like, you know, what are we talking about?
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Maybe Viling and Daredevil next turn is correct. Although I think we're dead. I guess it could have minused the Grist. Block. Although minusing is not as good as plusing is used, but block. Kill. Let's just get a game. Let's just get a game 2. Not too exciting, but yeah, we're super dead. Okay. Graveyard Hates, and obviously so boring. We are a Shadowspear deck. Shadowspear plus Saga tokens can definitely be a way to win in this kind of matchup. Cutting the suppliers. I really don't want to like randomly mill my hate. Although maybe I play 2 supplier, no Grist. I think I want Needle or Force or anything. Could Arcus the Daredevil. I thought my hand was Blooming Marsh. I didn't have the 4th mana. It's okay. I think we're just super dead. We're gonna take the L. Name bizarre. Nihil Spellbomb sucks versus Leyline. Isn't Soul Guide better? Well, what's nice about Leyline is you get to bring it in against Murktide, and Soul Guide is not good against Murktide. You know, will they bring in Leyline against me? Maybe. I'm also like not choosing cards in my sideboard specifically for the Dredge matchup right now. I don't know if y'all are, but I haven't been. Why would you summon the Leyline though? Why would you go, Spike? He says we're bad against Leyline. Just immediately summoning it. But yeah, but the nice thing is like you can bring these in against like Scam and Murktide while also bringing them in these matchups. But yes, Leyline of Sanctity is more of a problem. That being said, we are on the Shadowspear Saga plan, which against my opponent's Mulligan could possibly win Copium. Right, do they have Leyline, 2 lands, Cathartic Reunion, Dredger on their 5-card hand? Oh my gosh. They have what? Just a Dark Blast. They discard Narcomoeba Dark Blast, and they just hit an Amalgam. So they have 3 cards in their hand though. One of them is a Dark Blast. So I guess we're bringing in Disenchants post board. Yeah, I just want this in play to make my token as big as possible, because I'm just all in on the Shadowspear Saga plan. Upkeep Dark Blast off Urborg. It's fine. This lets him Dark Blast. I mean, I missed that, but I mean, I don't think them killing my Shaman matters that much, right? My Shaman is, you know, with the Leyline in play especially, mostly just put a Springleaf Drum tapper. The Dredge matters? I guess, yeah.
But like they're gonna be able to Dark Blast, you know, next turn. I don't know how big it is to let them wait one turn. Maybe it is big. Do you think it's good to? Well, you know, maybe I'm supposed to cycle. No, I can't cycle my Nihil Spellbomb because of the Leyline of the Void. So annoying. Both of these completely turn off the Leyline of or the Nihil Spellbombs, but at least they're buffing my constructs. Okay, double Creeping Chill. If I target it doesn't matter if I target myself because Leyline of the Void stops me from drawing a card. No, I didn't bring in the Haywire Mite. I probably should have. Oh, we'll have it in for the next game. Stinkweed Imp is actually really annoying. So frustrating because they would just like do the third Tyvar. It doesn't do anything. I mean, we don't have another line. We might be trampling for lethal next turn. We might not. This is 13 damage. So if they cast Imp again, they have 5-6 toughness for my 7 power. Oh yeah, they definitely blocked bad there. What's weird is I also felt like they were going to block that way. I don't know. But yeah, they obviously should have blocked the other one. Well, not the most powerful Fiend Artisan I've ever had. So we're not attacking, right? Oh, Dredge. You can't activate the Shadowspear for White Leyline and activate Spellbomb. No, this is permanents you're opposing control, not players. We could have cast Tyvar and untap the construct. I mean, I think I'd rather equip Shadowspear. Like, with the Leyline of the Void in play, these Tyvars are just, like, mostly off. Yeah, second Urza Saga is the best draw. If we can find, like, any, like, 1-mana creature or 2-mana creature, we can get Asmo with Fiend Artisan, which can start to grow my construct. Hopefully big enough. Too bad Artisan can't sack itself. No, you're kidding. You're fucking kidding. Oh my gosh. I hate Dredge so much. Easy, Twitch Prime, thank you. Nice to still be in this game. I didn't bring in the disenchant effects. I didn't really think my opponent would necessarily bring in ley lines. I was thinking that they bring in more of their like artifact hate against me, and I think I thought wrong. Knife, Twitch Prime, thank you. Doesn't even have an ultimate. Hey, Dredge from much. Yeah, Dredge doesn't play Bridge from Below. It's different decks. Burley, Twitch Prime, thank you. Yeah, Tyvar doesn't let me Nihil Spellbomb. Yeah, I really thought they were gonna bring in like their artifact hate rather than their ley lines. Although Leyline of the Void was something I didn't care too much about. Okay, so this brings back their goal, which brings back 2 amalgams. That being said, like if they didn't bring in any of their artifact hate, they are gonna have a hard time playing through these cards, playing through the constructs. I'm at 19 life. Maybe it was so wild to win this game. They have 17 cards in their library, 2 amalgams. Leave this one too. We're down a game, of course. They're down a game. Well, that's actually a card. We get to untap our construct, and then we can, you know, like smack in for 5 next turn. If we want to equip on the Daredevil. Yeah, Leyline of Sanctity stops the Spellbomb, which, you know, my opponent wasn't going to Leyline of Sanctity me until someone in chat goes, wait, why are you playing Nihil Spellbomb? We're playing it because you can bring it in against Murktide and Scam also in these kind of matchups, but... my opponent didn't have Leyline of Sanctity until the Twitch chatter mentioned something. And then the black leyline stops me from cycling Nihil Spellbomb. Hardcast Creeping Chill. An Evil Act. Do you think Invasion of Ixalan could work in 8-key? Digs for combo pieces. I can't remember what that card does. Whoa, they're attacking with the Stinkweed M's. So they're just gonna like triple block my constructs? Guess. Good draw. One green looked top 5 per permanent. Can't remember what we were talking about in context for that. Thank you, Mara, for the 14 months. They're gonna take 4. I gain 5 up to 19. What was Invasion of Ixalan in reference to? Oh, an 8-key. It digs for combo pieces. I mean, you can never, like, flip the battle. I don't know. Would they run shenanigans? I thought that they were going to bring in a lot of artifact tape, but we've seen mostly just ley lines. They can't bring in everything. Famous last words, right? They only have 10 cards left in their library. They did find an Ox of Agonis. They're also at 5, so it's, you know, hard for them to send too much my way. We'll see. Oh, we need a second Saga. I mean, that would be nice. We've drawn so many dead cards this game. Miraculously still in it. Although, you know, the 30-minute match against Dredge is always so bad for the stream, too. Yeah, this is the same game. This game has been going on for like 30 minutes or something. I don't know. You can remove counters from battles with Power Conduit. Okay, that's something. Although it's only like 1 at a time. I'll think about it. Yeah, this is game 2. We're down a game. We have not drawn a relevant card in like 8 turns, but we got a big lifelinking construct. So how do we feel about attacking? My opponent loses 2 creatures. Then I get to go endurance. I think I'm just gonna hold up the endurance. Pass. Well, endurance doesn't do anything against Leyline either. They only have 7 cards in their library, so... And I don't think they have got too much that's, like, really relevant left. We can't cycle Spellbomb. Leyline of the Void turns off Spellbomb cycle. Which I've said... Like, I know this match has gone on forever, but I've said that, like, 5 times this game. Yeah, I don't think I would be likely to endurance them super aggressively. Let's see, I think they're out of Creeping Chills, which is nice that this goal is forever stranded, at least. They shock and Steam Vents. Yeah, I can target myself with the Spellbomb, but it doesn't do anything because the Spellbomb has to go to the graveyard. Has to die to trigger it. Leyline of the Void stops that. Yeah, we're gonna, I think, you know, attack with our endurance next turn, so... I'm not gonna block the Stinkweed Imp. Blocking Narco's more relevant than attacking? Maybe. So this is going to gain me life. And also grow the construct up to 9/9 trample. So you have to block with 3 things, then I gain 9, and I equip endurance with the Shadowspear. Could be the time to send it with the constructs. No, I think I need it still. I think I'm happy enough attacking with the endurance still. Because, like, the Underworld Cookbook is offsetting the flying attackers pretty well. Although, I guess if I move Shadowspear, I'm not eating a food this turn. Yeah, I guess we just pass. How are they gaining through if we turtle up? Well, they surprisingly have, like, a lot... They're much closer to a kill than it looks here. Like, I'm gaining 12 up to 27, but if I go block, I'm taking 5 plus 9, 14, 15, 16. I guess it's not that close, but I thought it was a little bit closer. Attack with endurance was still good? I don't think so. Do you want to eat food? Don't you want a bigger construct more? I think I do want to eat food, yeah. Because this lifelink is only ever triggering like one time this game. I'm not gonna trigger lifelink or do lifelink more than once at this point with my opponent down to 4 cards. Can you survive till they deck out? Well, that's the hope for sure. Force a Chump could have untapped Endurance. What's the downside of attacking with Endurance? The downside is they just double block and they kill my Endurance. So the Endurance just trades with a prized amalgam if I attack with it. What are we talking about? I'm confused. Not worried about artifact hate. I'm not worried about it because like I can't beat it under any circumstance. Thank you, Fink. Yeah, I'll cookbook before I damage. I just don't have priority yet. Okay, they're gonna shrink the endurance. Found a use for a Tyvar. Or the odds are only artifact hate is bottom 3. Not very likely that they boarded in like one artifact hate card, but you know, it is in the realm of possibility perhaps. Maybe I don't eat the food now. Because if they have triple Dark Blast somehow, I guess they only have 2 cards, huh? Might end up getting in, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just a desperation attack for them. Okay, they concede. I cannot believe we won that game. I could not believe we won that game. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the disenchants. Maybe not the full 5. No, we're turtling up. Yeah, I could not believe we won this game. I mean, yeah, Shadowspear construct, very important dynamic. They may have brought in some like ancient grudges or stuff. Venko, think with the gifted sub. Is Tyvar even good here? No, we have a lot of cards that aren't good though. I don't know. This is a hand I would keep in a lot of matchups. On the Dragon stretch, I think it's a mulligan. This is a keep. Got the Graveyard Hate, got to answer delay lines. Put another one in play. I want to like force after they reunion, right? They chose the draw, and then they only have a 1-lander. All right, I'm gonna prioritize getting Cookbook online more than potentially cycling Spellbomb, especially because they did nothing. Surprised you rolled a 7. I think in this matchup it's a mulligan. We have so many hands that are better, but like in like most matchups that's a keep. A dredge is just not, you know, just not most matchups. Both players, 1 land. Surprised opponent kept this. Their hand is probably like ridiculous. They're on the draw. Okay, it's fine. They're not gonna dredge 3 here, are they? They're gonna try to draw a land, surely. Yeah. Yeah, we get to discard Ovalchase Daredevil. This is like, you know, part of the deck's idea here. Get an Asmo or an Endurance. Or a Haywire Mite. Let's get an Asmo. Yeah, deck's way better without Leyline of the Void. Although, in this game, we actually would have loved for them to put 2 Leylines into play. Probably wait 1 more turn. See what we draw. Yeah, I think I'll just get in with the Asmo, then I'll hold up the instant speed, Fauna Shaman activation, maybe get Endurance. You cool kid. Yeah, glad everybody listening to that podcast is awesome. Ended up doing really well, I think. I'm gonna be so happy if we beat Dredge. Let's go! Let's go. Man, I cannot believe you won that game too. I complained every step of the way, and I don't feel bad about it at all. I complained every turn of that game. I don't like love the archetype, but I've tried some versions. I think we actually I would love for this to be a 7-card hand with the Tyvar, but I really want to keep the... I want to keep Cookbook plus Bloodghast, and then think I need the Fiend Artisan as the follow-up. We're up against Gigantha. Turn 1 Ragavan. Pretty good. Canister, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well today. They're probably Fair Breach. They could be Grixis Shadow. Could be Prowess with Ragavan. Get Neoform Atraxa pretty bad with Affinity. Yeah, if Atraxa cost 8, it'd be pretty interesting. Although, I guess your card type distribution isn't great either. In Affinity. Okay, it looks like Grixis Shadow. Probably no difference really between discarding Artisan and discarding Bloodghast here, right? Yeah, so I was trying like in the like Neoform Affinity deck for a little while. I tried Frogmite Neoform into I was playing a Goblin Dark Dweller, so you could go Neoform Frogmite into Dark Dwellers into Flashback Neoform into Primeval Titan, get 2 Urza Sagas. It wasn't very good, but I did try it. It's kind of like the catchphrase of the stream. I wanted to save the discard there in case I drew Asmo. I'd rather have discarded the Bloodghast this turn. Although I think I'm blocking with Fauna Shaman, which is why I didn't hold the Bloodghast here, but we could also have held it for Fauna Shaman. Yeah, but I think we're just blocking and then making a Saga token. They're already at 13 also, so we'll see if we can get some token beatdowns. Thoughts on Bring to Light Scapeshift combo? There's like, some friends of mine who are all at the same LGS who've convinced themselves that's the best deck in the format. When the deck curves out really well, it'll always look so sick, but most modern decks that are viable do look really good when they curve out super well. And whenever I pick up that kind of archetype, I just feel like I experience a lot of mana flood, mana screw, Valakut's messing me up. But it's fine. Fine and maybe a little underrated. Thoughts on Aria Flame Red Leyline combo? If by combo do you mean... Actually, I have no idea what you mean by combo with the red, like what it does with the Red Leyline. No way. My opponent thinks my top cards suck so much they're not attacking with Ragavan. But if it's like a land, how do you know I don't need this land for Saga? Like, what are we doing here? It's another Saga? They gave me another Urza Saga? Are you kidding? Oh, the red leyline that says they can't kill life. That's cute. What is happening? Oh, they think Bloodghast can block. That's probably it. Okay, so Saga, make a token. Untap. I'm just thinking if I play my second Saga this turn or not. I think not. Why not attack? I mean, I guess it doesn't really accomplish anything, but I think they know my exact hand even. But I guess it doesn't cost me anything to attack. Just making a Saga Tux is bad, don't do it. I've probably said exactly that. Do you already be the best you all time? No, I mean, I just think these like Twitter conversations are so funny. But they always lead to like so many like deranged takes, which is awesome. They graveyard Death Shadow. That's bad news. The best true job of all time has to be Written 6. I mean, it's Time Walk. It's definitely Time Walk. Unless, like, what is it? Is it 2-drop 82 mana spell? Is it a 2 mana creature? Written 6 is not a 2 mana creature. Jade Avenger is like in the conversation for sure. Have I played around with Moonmist before? No. Not like a competitive card at all. That's true, but yeah, okay, they must have Drown. So what do you think maybe I want to get Springleaf Drum this turn? So I can sack food for life? That kind of complicates things. Does seem like the right choice is still Springleaf Drum. 7, 8, 9. I guess I should have waited until my land drop, although it's gonna have haste next turn. Oh, I guess not if I discard the land. Written 6 is probably not even the top 5 best 2-drops of any card type. Yeah, probably. It's like what? Time Walk, Mana Drain, Channel, maybe not Channel. Oath of Druids comes to mind. Time Vault. Time Vault's maybe actually like number 2. Demonic Tutor, Balance, Jade Avenger, Grim Monolith, Jade Avenger, Shashirahazad. Yeah. Thalia, Jade Avenger. Sylvan Library. They took it. Wow. I was not expecting that to happen. Yeah, Dockside Extortionist, Jade Avenger. Blue-red end of turn. Okay, blue-black for Drown. We sack our food for life. Then to a Bolt. Yeah, Chalice of the Void Days, Jade Avenger. Although Chalice of the Void is terrible against all these other 2-drops. Yeah, Cyclonic Rift. What's a 7-drop? Yeah, Thassa's Oracle is a pretty ridiculous card. It literally says win the game. Alright. They got the Bolt. Down again. Yeah, I guess he's like red Ragavan decks. We're gonna be down on the Fauna Shaman plan, down to 1 priest. Might be, I think trimming a vial is fine. Definitely thinking about cutting the Shadowspear. We'll probably regret it if we cut it, right? Probably cut it Tyvar actually and bring in all these Grist. I think Grist is a little bit better than Tyvar. You're down to like 2. Red Ragavan decks, yeah, so like Grixis Shadow, Scam, Murktide, John Saga. What is Supplier for? Supplier is good to sack to Fiend Artisan Priest. It mills over Ovalchase Bloodghast. It fills up the graveyard for Fiend Artisan. Yeah, Goblin Recruiter. Yeah, Goblin Recruiters. I tried to build a vintage Goblin Recruiter deck one time, but just not very in tune with the format. Not sure what they'll take here. Any Soul of Windgrace brews coming in the near future? I've been thinking about the card some. I wanted to go back to like the Goryo's Vengeance Titania deck, which had Soul of Windgrace. That deck was really fun. Take the Grist. 3rd Cookbook, not the best draw. Is Force better than 4 Haywire Mites on the sideboard? Yeah. It's like the first couple of Mites are really good because you tutor them, but you're not going to tutor 4 Haywire Mites. You're going to tutor like probably max 2, maybe 3, but we only have 2. So if you're going to naturally draw a Force or Mite, it's like you almost always would rather draw the Force. Adam, 6 months, thank you. Okay, it's fine. Is Vengevine any good in the shell? Probably a little win more. Not too often you cast 2 creatures in the same turn and have a Vengevine in the yard early. Definitely something that happens later. Definitely not making a food into the explosives. Another Grist is interesting here. Obviously being able to Violet it is nice, but we do have more 2-drops, and we have another 2-drop in our hands. We'll see what we end up doing here. Solemn with the 16 months, thank you. They do know I've got this Fauna Shaman, so a good chance they hold up removal for it. And then if they kill the Fauna Shaman, it's nice that the... Oh, I should have played my cookbook. Although here I might actually discard both cookbooks, weirdly enough, so that I can... If I draw a land, I can kill this Asmo with a... Or kill the Legend Shredder with an Asmo. So I may want to just grab Ovalchase Daredevil. Let me just discard a cookbook here. Let me see what we end up drawing. It's going to be a big draw step. Still going to leave this on 2. Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, I think as good as Grist is here, we can maybe get it later. I think I am going to get Ovalchase Daredevil first. So we're going to go Grist for Ovalchase. Cast Cookbook, discard, pass. Fiend Artisan's a 4/4, safely out of Lightning Bolt range. My opponent does not have Delirium for Unholy Heat. They've also been missing their land drops, so they have at least 5 spells in their hand. Well, I guess they could have actually only 4 land off the Bauble. Not very likely though. A card like Bauble works well with the new Seed, Shark, and Saga because making the game object grows the constructs. I mean, it doesn't work like poorly. There's some synergy there for sure. I do like the new Shark. I don't think it's likely gonna be great, but I do like that card. Yeah, I do love food decks, but honestly, they're so underplayed. Like, I feel like I play so many variants of these decks, and like there's like the green red and like the Sultai versions feel really good, and like versions like this have a lot of room for exploration, and it just doesn't feel like there's that many people working on them. Maybe it's just like, you know, the sideboard cards are so devastating. It'd be awesome if they just killed the Fauna Shaman instead of the Fiend Artisan. It'd be less good if they killed both. They have Kolagon's Command? So Cookbook, kill a Shaman. Actually happy that they kill Cookbook #2 over the Aether Vial. Don't think we're taking this up to 2 yet, or to 3. Not a bad draw. I'm gonna just leave this in the graveyard so I can put them on a 2-turn clock, and then I can get the Daredevil back with the Saga. Obviously, like against Death Shadow, it's kind of awkward, but I think it's the line here. Holy Heat's a good card. And I'm kind of scared of Dress Down. Do you think the Clock of Winds Whir food deck you played is still relevant? I mean, this shell is still relevant, but I wouldn't play the Whir build anymore. I think if I draw Saga, I'll be happy I played this land. Could hold it for theoretical Bloodghast. But can also, if I'm really scared of Urza's or of Dress Down, I can potentially like sack a Cookbook and get back Fauna Shaman or Ovalchase Daredevil and vial it in. Any thoughts of cracking a food last turn? I'm not super into it. I want these constructs to be big. I'm gonna bring in my needle. Now I wish I had sacked the food. How much longer for which cards you'll create until they're out? I mean, probably a waste of time to do this. But is it food with Iconoclast? It's hard to trigger Iconoclast as often as you need to in that kind of shell. So we'll just float a mana, so you drew a land. I think we get another Cookbook, the last Cookbook. Player lands, pass. Pop the explosives, hopefully. Like, if they do anything else, it is bad news. And then we'll just, you know, use one. I guess this kind of gives away the play a little bit. It's kind of maybe more obvious now. Probably should have waited. High Spike, question mark? Are you... Hi, Saibu, question mark. Why not eating any of the food? I'm gonna use my mana to get back 2-drop with Cookbook and then vial it in this turn. Either Shaman or Artisan, kind of depending on how much mana they have up. A review about Mom? I'm working on it. It'll be out this weekend. I'm glad there's... Like, I would have done it last weekend, but it was my birthday. Get back Grist. I think it's way better to like put a like lethal Fiend Artisan in play, or if they have like Death Shadow, like get Fauna Shaman for Asmo. Like if I can dodge on Holy Heat here, which I don't think I can, unfortunately, I can't. General thoughts on battles? Just like any card, some of them are good, some of them are bad. Yeah, I mean, it just has to be Artisan here. I know that's like not the most satisfying answer, but like there are some battles that are good and some of them that are like, you know, not good, just like every other card type. Battles are cool. I'm excited to play with them. Let's go! Alright. I like the look of this build. Let's go. Game 3. Oh yeah, probably want to bring a needle. Too late. Damn. Sorry. It's okay, they just won't draw out this game. A good hand too. Or good enough, at least. Ooh. And good sequencing when you go turn a Vial Supplier. You want to Vial and Supplier before you hit your land drop, so in case you hit a Bloodghast. Double Channeler is so good, it's so scary. Asmo's basically unremovable. Yeah, but you have a lot of ways to get Asmo. Grist, too. And Priest. Yeah, thankfully no Delirium this turn. Likely have it next turn. Oh well, no attack. Scared of the Asmo. Probably correct play. Just hit a million Bloodghasts. Hit a second Ovalchase Daredevil, which isn't like incredibly helpful, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, why did I get Force? I need to get Blood Overgrown Tomb. Okay, well, I guess we're not casting the Supplier. So I didn't want to take damage, but obviously she got Tomb instead. That's fine, it's fine. Supplier's not like crucial on the board. Hopefully we can, it's gonna be like not super easy for the Fauna Shaman to untap, but if it can, then we can get the, that's fine. It might not look like it's fine, we have 2 Daredevils, it's just so hard for the Hearse, like actually. Like Daredevil gets not that good against Cookbook Daredevil. Or Hearse is not that good, sorry, Hearse is not that good against Cookbook Daredevil. Still no Delirium, that is such a big game. Wow. Very, very lucky. Gifting 5 gifted subs from Thrilling. Got a gifted sub from Thrilling. Make sure to thank them. Thank you so much. Okay, let's attack with Ragavan, or sorry, Bloodghast. Down to 13. Did hit another Bloodghast, which we're not going to be able to save. These Shadowless play Breach. I recommend playing Breach in the Shadowless. I think they're really good. Three cards in their hand. Go into combat. I don't think I could Vial in this Fauna Shaman. Just like immediately dead. That's an awesome draw though. This deck looks like it has real low ceiling. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, no, I think this deck is sick. We may lose. We may do the unthinkable and lose a match, but I know we've trophied with this shell in the past too. It's just like I think these shells have a lot of potential. So if they have land removal spell, we're obviously not very happy. But if they don't have that, we're going to be in really, really good shape. Despite the deck not having a high ceiling. Only playing through Double Channeler, Hearse, Ragavan, Iteration, Drown, Thoughtseize. On the draw. Leave this up too still. Oh, we drew Asmo. Wow, that's so good, because now we can go grab Fiend Artisan, or like Priest of Felrights, Priest of Forgotten Gods. Another Fauna Shaman. A Fiend Artisan against the Hearse. Endurance. Well, I'm just gonna Asmo kill both of the things. I don't think so. Like another Fauna Shaman's interesting. Could get Grist also, but no, we want 2 to Violin. I think it's Priest. We could also attack with probably all of them actually. Yeah, we can attack with everything if we want, but then maybe we leave like back 1 to block Ragavan just in case. I know they can exile both Daredevils, but I also don't need to discard right now. I can also discard a Cookbook if I want. See what happens. I think I'll kill 1 now if they don't clear the Hearse, which they're not going to. Interesting. Happy enough with this block. So now we'll see if they tap the Hearse into turn to exile like Daredevil Bloodghast, but like obviously they don't get the Daredevil. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like. It's just so hard to play around the Daredevil playing with the Hearse. Kill both of the Channelers now. Again, I'd like to apologize for the ceiling of the deck, whatever that means. 4 dogs, the 5-pack. Thank you. Gotta get stuff for 4 dogs. Make sure to thank them. All these Friday 5-packs. Friday 5-packs for Fauna Shaman. The deck that won't break my brain like yesterday. Thank Clothis. That one was something. Kolagon's Command, huh? It's pretty good here. They have to kill my priest, and then they'll kill my cookbook or my vial. Kill the cookbook. I do have, obviously another one in the hand here. So I think we tick up the vial to 3 now. Get a Grist. And I want to play Cookbook now, so if they exile my Daredevil, I could potentially get some value off of the mill or whatever, but they just don't. And another, what the hell? And a 10-pack from Clyde, what the fuck? This is 5-pack Friday, not 10-pack Friday. Thank you, Clyde, for the 10-pack. I got stuff from Clyde, which everyone in chat already has. Make sure to thank them. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna kill that. Right? I haven't chosen my target yet. Right? Just target this? I think that's the play. And then let's just not attack, so I want to be able to Asmo kill this Shadow next turn. It was still better to kill the Shadow. That seems fine. Okay, so they're targeting Supplier Forgotten. Okay. And then Dead Hearse. Not too often you see Grist kill a licensed Hearse. Opponent has 1 card drawing up to 2. Barely any blue. Dread, Painter, Stomping. I feel like these deck techs are just 4 dogs showing me the latest iteration of this pet deck. Okay, why are we playing Chrome Host Shark? I guess she's making giant Saga tokens, right? That was the question from earlier. The notifications paused. They're gonna chump block off. Chrome Host and Force of Will, Thoughtcast, big game. Okay, I'm kind of on board. I think it seems like a very interesting plan B. It's also good to note that color to generic mana is always really good in Legacy with City of Traders, Ancient Tomb. I don't know, deck looks sick. The old post-combat Thoughtseize with Death Shadow in play. Okay, well, so we can't Asmo this anymore, but we can Plus Grist and then get another Grist with Fauna Shaman and kill it if we want. Can also just play this. My Kingdom for a Dryad Arbor, right? Yeah, I feel like Gristing the Shadow's fine here. They're just dead and behind. So I could finish the deck tech after this game, I think. Ever plus the Magus cycle, any potential there? I mean, all the Maguses suck. There's just better cards to pair with Tyvar, I think. Maybe with Magus of the Candelabra would be the only one I'd really even consider. I think I should leave this in the yard for Fiend Artisan. What? Sorry, I guess there wasn't. They could have incept this to stop me from Fauna Shamaning. I don't know. Okay, I don't play a lot of Legacy. This list looks really sick, though. I don't know that I'm seeing much I would change. You could maybe cut like the Scroll of Faith and just play 4 Grindstone, 4 Phyrexian Dreadnought, or 4 Painter Servant, 4 Dreadnought. Just play 3 Grindstone because it's a Saga target. I don't know if that's even necessary. Sideboard looks, you know. Oh, they're Karn targets in the sideboard. Never mind. I don't know. Yeah, listers look sick. I don't think I've got more notes. I don't say this too often. It's obviously hard for me to give like a ton of meaningful feedback on. Yeah, probably actually took up to 4 time on a deck in a format I don't really play these days, but liked it. Well, my opponent presumably has a removal spell for Asmo. If I had a Dryad Arbor, I could discard Bloodghast, get Dryad Arbor, haste Bloodghast. I think I'm just attacking both, casting Fiend Artisan, though. How many lands did I draw? Like 3. And an Aether Vial. Couldn't she fetch Endurance? Didn't they do it in like after I declared attackers? I also don't have a green card for Endurance. Oh, I did start the Fiend Artisan. Never mind. It's okay. Maybe that's better. We are 3-0. Despite horrible play and low ceiling. Yeah, long matches so far. On the draw, this is a keep, for sure. But like, Finale and Asmo decks has like lower requirements, but like, especially when you're playing Aether Vial, you need all your 2-drops to be creatures, or as many as possible. Really hoping this sticks. Yes, let's go. Extraction Specialist? I mean, Tyvar is kind of like Extraction Specialist, but like so much better, right? I mean, it's a creature. I think, yeah. Oh, I missed the first part of your comment. I know Tyvar is better. Huh. Living in matchup, always interesting. No game 1 graveyard hates, but we can get stuff in the graveyard. Crispy, 14 months. Yeah, there's several cards you can play over Red and 6 and Red, Green, and Food. I'm not sure exactly which one I'd pick. Probably max out on Fables, although Fable's worse without Red and 6. For what it's worth. It'd be nice to draw like another creature to discard. We could discard Shaman plus something else. Just not sure if we're playing the Saga or not there. Definitely need to discard this Fauna Shaman before my opponent can hold up Violent Outburst, right? And I also want to have 2 food tokens in play so I can shoot Asmo with herself. Do you think this deck could be good in Legacy? I don't really play a lot of Legacy these days. I'm not the person to ask, but I mean, I probably not. Could have left that in the yard, but I think I'd rather have it in the hand so I can like Fauna Shaman it and stuff. No second cycler is a big news. Big news and good news. So weird to have like an Aether Vial on one, and we're like, yeah, I'm gonna just discard my Fauna Shaman. That's the living in matchup for you. Yeah, the end streams were fun. Maybe one day I'll dust them off, huh? Devin, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Hope you're doing well. Dino stream is crazy day. 830 gifted subs? Oh, that's awesome. I'll go give some to you. I love Dino so much.
And welcome back. Janine the Republican. Don't say that. Janine is not like Donald Trump, okay? Janine is like a very good cat. She cares for others.
Dinos and Guile, best streamer on Twitch.
Thank you very much, Channels, again.
If you post exclamation point Dino in the chat, give him a follow. He's trying to beat Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring in a row without taking a hit and without leveling up. He's done it before with leveling up. And he's done 5 in a row without leveling up. Absolute monster.
For sure, yeah. Absolutely.
Devin, thank you for Twitch Prime. It's 5-Pack Friday. 5-Pack Friday everywhere. And also he's like, it's what's so crazy about Dino is Dino does all that, right? But he's also like just like genuinely a very entertaining streamer. It's very rare for someone to be so freaking good at video games and also just like a, great streamer to watch. Like me, I'm just good at Magic. Yeah, I eat Jandalfs for 5 packs. I don't even Jandalf. Is there a world where you would play the Dramatic Entrance deck again today? I mean, I have other things prepped for today. I tend to like to not play the same deck twice in a row. I do know that that deck is popular, so we will work on it and come back to it next week, probably. Yeah, opponent is dead if they don't have anything. Dino here. He's streaming right now. I just popped in to give him a 5-pack for 5-pack Friday. Is Moto technically a video game? Yeah, close enough. Think Show and Tell at 4 mana would be too strong for Modern? No, I don't even think Show and Tell at 3 mana would be like too good, but it's also like not a card I would like enjoy having in the format. But yeah, Show and Tell even at 3 mana, I don't know that card would be like super good. Maybe it would be. Maybe it would be. But like without like I don't know, 4 mana would probably be fine. I mean, yeah, you'd have to Show and Tell Omniscience usually. Yeah, but without like the premium cantrips, Force of Will, Soul Lands, it's like it's your combo is like pretty fragile, and your combo is also like hard to find. Exhume, I don't know. Exhume would, there's a lot of things in Modern again would not be broken, but would they add to the experience? Would they, create a positive experience in the format? That's like, the question that you really have to ask, and that few people ever seem to ask. And I just don't know. I just don't know that I would think so. You played bad Show and Tell at 5 mana? Yeah, Show and Tell actually also, lets your opponent put a thing into play, if you remember. Show and Tell also has a small downside of letting your opponent put whatever they want into play. What are we talking about? Want to keep Daredevil in the yard? I would rather have it in... I would rather not put it into play, I think. Oh, no, I would rather, because I would have lethal. Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this on 2. Yeah, Show and Tell has a high ceiling. I think it's just Fiend Artisan. It's not super big at the moment, but I could get like a Supplier next turn maybe, like kill the Supplier. What card do you wish to come to Modern? There's not honestly very many Legacy only cards that I would love to see in Modern. There are a handful, but there's not like a many that I'm dying to see. I'm trying to think if I can. Bloodghast with haste. I couldn't. I needed to discard my land to get back to Daredevil, so I don't think I could have hasted the Bloodghast. Okay, sorry. I could just vialed it in though, right? There is like 1 or 2 though. There is like 1 or 2 cards. People always say Gerard's Verdict. That's like not the one. It's like, oh, Innocent Blood. Innocent Blood is no. I'm not deranged. I'm not pro ponder in Modern. Innocent Blood, I think, is like the big one that I want. I think black needs better removal, and that would be a pretty fun one to have in the format. Winning Game 1 is great. We got a lot of sideboard cards. I don't know how many anti-Leyline cards I'm going to bring in. I'm going to bring in at least the Haywire Mite. I often like cut Springleaf Drum against Dredge and regret it. Or Living and regret it. I think this is actually a no Tyvar matchup, weirdly. Aether Vial. A Priest. I'll just play 2 Haywire Mites, no Priest. Yeah, I mean, Gerard's Verdict's fine. I don't feel very strongly about it. But I do think Innocent Blood would be like a really cool addition. There's probably like a few other cards I would get behind, but for the most part, I just kind of like new cards coming. Punt, thank you for the gifted sub. Pyridane being banned is crazy? I don't think it's crazy. I think in a format like full of like powerful combos that don't have a lot of selection, and also like Murktide being super premier deck, I think it makes sense to keep it on the ban list. It's like, yeah, again, there's like several cards that it's like that would not be broken. Like Preordain would not be broken, but I just don't think it would make things better. I think I have to mulligan this with no sideboard cards. Obviously, Supplier is okay. Filling up your yard. All right, I guess we keep this on 5. I'd not be super happy about it. How do you pretend to remember an answer to a question you're asked once per week? I don't know. I answer a lot of questions every single day. Naturals, give the gifted sub. Or converted prime to tier 1. Thank you. The cards from Conspiracy? I mean, I think Leovold is like a... What were they thinking kind of card. So it's nice that I can kill Asmo to herself if they have Living In. Can also potentially discard Fauna Shaman. Not sure yet. Baleful Strix should be great at Modern. I mean, it would be great. Would it be good for the... I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of cards that I like. I know. There's a lot of greedy blue players who are like, why not Preordain? Why not Baleful Strix? Blue is like as good as it's ever been in Modern. I don't feel like giving the color a big buff makes a lot of sense. Although buffing black does make sense with Baleful Strix for what it's worth. I think on our mold of 5, if they do go for Shardless Agent here, I can't like ever play around Agent plus Endurance. I just feel like they have the Cascade spell with them like fetching immediately, right? I think red and white are way better than blue. No, blue is like at least as good as white. Red is the best. Red is the best by a lot, but like in Modern you have 3 tiers of colors: red, blue, and white, then black and green. And so like buffing blue is like not like buffing blue by a lot doesn't make a lot of sense. And also blue is really, really good. Let's not like get ourselves here. I think Opposition Agent would be too much block for Modern. I don't know, that card is like so unfun. Again, it's just one of those like, for me it's one of those what were they thinking kind of cards. Yeah, Cabal Therapy also not very fun. It would be fine, I don't know. I know, this deck is really cool. We're already talking about all the board questions. Petty Theft Fauna Shaman, okay. Is Titania Protector of Algoth Bar legal? Yeah, last time I checked. Him is also like, him doesn't like would not make Modern a better format overall, I think. Can't say the last time I saw Hardcast Architects it will. You're welcome. That's Urborg. Yeah, no, chat is just bored. Again, like there are like dozens and dozens of cards that are fine for Modern. They're like, they would not break the format. But that does not, you have to curate a format. You can't just let like whatever in. You have to be very intentional with these kind of like cards that already exist. What would it take for Dark Confidant to be good again? The banning of Red and 6 would go a long way. Alright, we're still gonna be pressuring our opponent here. Get on top with Fauna Shaman and get an Endurance, that'd be awesome. What is this game? Go discard second Asmo now. If I draw like another card I want to discard for Living In, I think that's relevant. Living In does return Grist, yeah. So actually, I've seen Living In players play Grist from time to time. We were up a game. Lucky enough to we're lucky enough to win game 1 against Living In. Did lose game 1 against Dredge. Okay, Waker is. I mean, they're gonna have a big. Oh, they just. Oh, let's go. Okay, I will say we did beat Living In. This is like the worst like 2 game. Like I don't think since MH2 I've ever seen Living In draw worse. I don't think I've ever seen them draw worse, for whatever that's worth. Alright, again, apologize for the low ceiling, but let's get a trophy prediction. Keep in mind when predicting here,
Remember, this is a deck that does not have that has a low ceiling. It has a low ceiling and also does not have a high ceiling. Just keep this in mind when you're predicting. Okay, I have to mulligan this. My opponent's also on a mold of 6. I don't feel like we've like cast a good Tyvar all day today. Tyvar has been really impressive in the past, at least. Alright, not the best mold of 5. My opponent's on a mold of 6, though. We'll see what we're up against. Boseiju, Hierarch. Up against Yawgmoth, historically, very, very bad matchup for food decks. You only have 1 needle, too. I almost had 2 yesterday. Kept to 1 lander. Mold of 5 and bad matchup is, you know, as low ceiling if I've ever seen one. Make it sneaky Stitcher Supplier if they attack with the Yawgmoth. I think Junstack could be good with Vial, Unearth, and the food package. I mean, I've tried to build that version. I don't think it's as good as, like, the version I tend to like to play. One of Zabaz as a Saga target? What does Zabaz do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Wait. No, they're a little short. Oh, yeah, it's broken, right? I forgot. Well, it's, you know, better. Okay, we hit an Ovalchase Daredevil. I'm not gonna block here because I'd rather sack the Supplier to the Fiend Artisan, get an Asmo. Take this Vial up to 2. I think you Vial Tyvar in, that'd be so sick. Can Vial that one in. Just likely gonna be too slow. Yeah, you can Vial and Grist. This matchup would be so much better if Yawgmoth just didn't have pro-humans. Always feels so bad. Yeah, I was I think 2-0 off stream with the dramatic entrance deck the other day when I was testing it, and I played against the boss and it like broke the game. I just conceded to my opponent. Okay, well, we're probably getting Yawgmoth here. Alright, I concede. Probably one of the worst matchups. We'll see how sideboard games go. Does get a lot better with Needle. I'm gonna be sogging for that pretty aggressively. Shadowspear important. Don't tend to like the spell bombs very much. Could play more Grists. Grist killing Yawgmoth is kind of nice. Something like this. 2/2. Keep that curve a little low. There's this decent endurance is like really mediocre against Yawgmoth. Just like these effects that just stop 1 and dying triggers, just like not worth very much. This matchup is why Leyline has a permanent spot. Leyline would have been great this league. Played against Live against Yawgmoth. Yeah, that was game 1. That was game 1. Looking forward to the return of the record tracker. Always is broken for a few days. Alright, on the play. I think you keep this on the play. It's an interesting one. Good chance of playing Priest on turn 2. Kind of depends on what we draw, I guess. Okay, opponent's on a mold of 6. They lime. Are there creatures that blank Yawgmoth? Phyrexian Revoker. Yeah, Voidwalker's pretty good against them too. Yeah, Yasharn. Yasharn definitely very good. Okay, right on time. Asmo, damn it. Get Violeted now. We'll see what we draw. There's a good chance. I'm hoping to draw like second Bloodghast or Citrus Supplier. Love to see Wall of Roots. Let's see if they have Yawgmoth. No Yawgmoth. Perfect. Perfect also. Okay, so let's go Violin, Bloodghast, Cast Supplier. Didn't middle over anything super relevant. Did hit a creature for this Fiend Artisan. Another Bloodghast would be really nice. Did not mill one over. They sacked their Wall of Roots though. Let's see what we draw. Ooh, awesome draw. Engine Online.
When it's not playing anything, they might have an Endurance. So I think with that thought, let's just go ahead and attack pre-combat. Or sorry, it's not pre-combat, obviously attack like Priest, Fauna Shaman shenanigans. Pre-combat. And then we have a lot of decision points here. I think we're going to definitely go Ovalchase Daredevil, tutor up a 2-mana creature. And I think that 2-mana creature should probably be a Bloodghast to go well with my Priest. And pass back. And now they're like, wait, I didn't cast this Endurance all turn. Oh, cord for 0. Well, goodbye, Dryad Arbor. You did not make our deck. Better luck next year. Okay, well, that was better. Yeah, a lot of people say this about Legacy and Pioneer. They wish I had to play and innovate there. But the thing is, it's like, you just have to spend a lot of time in a format before you can innovate on it. So it's really hard to spend the time. No Spellbomb against Yawg. Yeah, Spellbomb is not very good against Yawg. It's very mediocre. You could bring it in, but it's like very often just like 1 mana trade for the back half of a Stringleaf Geist. It's also very easy for your opponent to play around. Yeah, we boarded in the Needle. Does watching spy content count spending time? Kinda. Excuse me. Yeah, kinda. I think that like watching a format is a good way to learn, but then at some point you have to start playing yourself, right? Let's keep this. Put back Fiend Artisan. I'm definitely playing Saga turn 1 to get Needle. Whoa! Gemstone Caverns and Yawg? Did Demonic Tutors do this? What's going on? What are y'all doing? And Dryad Arbor. Okay, I feel like I should get Honestly Cookbook. No, that can't be right. It was Needle the Yawg. Yawgmoth, Thran Physician. Discard Bloodghast. Oh, wrong color. Get an Asmo. Get back Bloodghast, play Asmo, play Cookbook, pass. I know Steelseeker's a lot of these lists. Can you explain why it doesn't make the cut? Would it be... So I consider Steelseeker, love Steelseeker. I'm not playing Steelseeker in this list because I think the card is worse where you're not playing Gilded Goose, you're not playing Finale. Finale just like gives you that turn 2 Asmo so often, and this deck has, you know, is like turn 3, turn 4 when you're tutoring it. I'd consider it as a tutor target, but I decided to not play it in this version. You could still play it as a 1 of tutor target, but the card is worse with like less artifact synergies. Like the green-red version, Sultan version, more in on the artifact synergies. This deck is more of like a green-black value deck that is also like meets the Asmo requirement, if that makes sense. But that means that it could still be good to play it. I have played it in other versions too, and like I found like less success with those versions. Like I played like 4 before. And I've weirdly enough just been like loving Fauna Shaman so far. No double black for my opponent. Why are we playing Goose actually? I mean, there's only 60 cards in the deck. These food lists are really always very full. It is hard to fit everything you might want to play in. Yeah, Yawgmoth does actually play a decent amount of Scoos, not an uncommon card. So let's kill the Ooze. Attack for 7. Then I need to think, am I going to go... I think I just cast Tyvar and YOLO minus? Could have done... Is that doing a pre-combat do anything? Not really. I could untap also. But if I YOLO minus and miss, they could just attack it with Dryad Arbor. But I also think this is a bad matchup. I just want to push the advantage while I have it. And I do hit, kind of. So kind of like untapping the Asmo. Although getting the second cookbook in the hand is really good. And milling Ovalchase is also really nice. You have discarded Priest and the Tyvar. The problem is they have the ooze. They just eat the Priest with the ooze. Grid of food needs iterating on, or is the last one still best version? I mean, the sideboard is like really much in flux. I don't think the 60 card main deck is going to change a lot. It's been hammered out really well. I did well with it at the Hunter Burton. Like, you know, we had success there, and overall I'm liking it. Okay, maybe double activate Shaman this turn. We'll see. We're gonna go discard Bloodghast, get Ovalchase Daredevil. Discard Daredevil. Play Cookbook. Discard Daredevil. Kill Endurance, attack for 5. Definitely want to keep this pressure on. And I think we just untap Fauna Shaman so we can block Dried Arbor, and then we can tutor for whatever we want at their end of turn. Did Lily on the last hope fall out of Modern? You could say that. I think it's a weird hand. It's so weird. Just feeling like Fauna Shaman is a good card. I've honestly had this idea for like weeks and weeks at this point, and it just took me so long to actually like fire up a league with Fauna Shaman. It's like you have like 20 cards in the deck that really work so well with it. Think Shaman can see play without Tyvar? Well, so it's like the combination of Aether Vial, Asmo, Bloodghast, Ovalchase, Tyvar. It's like these 20 cards are like come together in a beautiful way to make it work. Maybe get Grist. No, let's get Priest. We've got the Tyvar in play. Like, being able to, like, discard, like, Ovalchase Daredevil, get an Asmo, cast it out. Asmo was awesome. Discard Bloodghast, Ovalchase for value is awesome. Asmo's, like the best card to tutor put into play. You have other tutor targets for value. Just awesome. Archon Priest. Yeah, I started with Archon Priest, but I feel like this is better. But I would one day like to eventually figure out how to play all those cards together. Okay, so we have 2 Priests now. Float of mana. I mean, it's just another cookbook, right? Or maybe it needs Springleaf Drum. Yeah, I don't think we need another cookbook, actually. We're only picking twice. So we go discard Asmo. It's kind of hoping we draw a land. Discard second Priest. Kill the Voidwalker now? Or is it better to... Yeah, I think I want to kill the Voidwalker now. So that I can potentially draw a land off the sacked Bloodghast. Oh, I guess, you know, I should probably just minus this. Oh, damn it, what am I doing? I fumbled this turn pretty bad. But I'm thinking I could just minus the stupid Tyvar so I can activate the Priest, but obviously that's not how it works. I'll just get back the other Bloodghast anyways and attack with everything, put them to 1, or I can Fauna Shaman something into play. I think I'm just going to send it with everything. Yeah, they played this turn not very well. So many options, though. That being said, they're going to like block Fauna Shaman, go to 1. Yawgmoth at 1 life is just like not a deck. Got Priest of Felroids. Priest just kills him next turn. I think we got the 5-0. Yep. Let's go. Very exciting. 5-0 first league of the day. With Fauna Shaman. Low ceiling though. Low ceiling. Opened a Scalding Tarn. I don't know the last time someone 5-0 with a Shaman was. Probably not that long ago. But it probably never looked this good before, huh? Probably never looked this good. Yeah, we did barely win that game 2 against Dredge. That was so tough. Wait, what was their punch?